Hello, and welcome back to my podcast. You're probably wondering, you don't have a podcast. Actually, I do. I just started it. Why? Because I said so. So now I have one, and there's nothing you can do about it. So if you don't like the fact that I have a podcast, you can go cry about it. This is a podcast YouTube channel, because it's probably going on YouTube, because I don't know where else to put things. So, do I know what a podcast is? Answer to that is, no, I don't know what a podcast is. But I do know is that we've been going for 43 seconds now. But I have seen a bit of some podcasts, and I kind of have like a general gist. All I know is they talk, and they don't stop it. So that's my plan. Talk, but just don't run out of things to talk about, which is actually pretty easy for me, because I ramble anyways. See, my brain just fills everything in. I just talk, and I don't stop. So, podcasting should be a fairly easy job. So, what are my plans for the podcast, you're probably asking? And my answer to that is, I don't know. It's just going to be, find a topic and talk about it. My topic for today, I got a random topic generator, and what I got was movies. But I haven't been talking about movies at all for like the past minute. All I've been talking about is the podcast itself, which seems like a pretty good first episode, is talking about the podcast. So like, what do I have planned? That's a good question. How long do podcasts go? I looked it up and it was like 20 to 30 minutes. And like, that's a long time. Actually, no, I just have to go 10 times longer than what I've done. This is actually really easy. Maybe I can make a longer one. Or a shorter one, however I feel. So, I don't know much about podcasts. I just know you talk. And that's what I'll do. So, what should I talk about? My topic was movies. But I don't want to talk about that because movies kind of suck. But here's the twist. I've never actually seen a movie. I've only heard of them. Now, that's a lie. I want to talk more about the actual podcast itself. Because I lie sometimes, not everything I say is going to be true. But not everything I say is going to be false. Because, if I talk about something, I probably know about it. But I might not. Hopefully I'll know about it. Yeah. So if stuff isn't true, I'll probably say that it's not, because I like being clear. And if it's false information, if it's lying information, I'll say that it's lying information by saying that it is. Which is, I think, a good thing to do, rather than just doing whatever. And hopefully you understand, because I can't understand myself. So I don't know how you're expected to understand me when I can't even understand it. It'd be kind of like a dumb expectation. Either way, I think we should get into the meat of the conversation, which is, what are you up to? What are you doing today? I think actually most podcasts have another person with them. So I don't know how this is supposed to work. This is like a single duo, but with one person. So it's like a pod. Okay, pod. Saying the word pod indicates, actually you can have a pod of one person, but pod usually refers to a group of people. A group of people, which is why it's called a podcast, because you cast a pod of people and they just talk. There's just conversations. I think that's what it is. They're just having conversations with each other. Except I have conversations with myself, like I'm doing right now. But this time, there's a twist. Okay, want to hear the twist? I'm recording it. And now you can listen to it and pretend like you're part of the conversation. But in actuality, it is just me talking, because I have no one else to talk to. This is like a sad voice call. It's just me here and no one else. I can talk about whatever I feel like and no one can interrupt me, but at the same time, I don't feel like I'm being valued. Because there's no one to listen to me. Unless someone is listening to this. If you're listening to this, congratulations, you did it. I'm surprised. I don't think you would. I don't think anyone's going to hear this. Is anyone going to? That's a good question, and that's best saved for another time, because I'm the most bored person on earth. I'm the most boring person on earth. So I don't know why anyone would want to listen to me. Another thing I saw about podcasts is, what do you put like the background of the video? I just saw them put like their logo. I haven't designed that yet. I'll probably do that before this comes up, which will probably be like a week after I make it. Actually, knowing me, it'll be the same day of making it, because I'm a goer. I do things and I keep going at them, and then I get bored of them after a day. So don't expect too many. Actually, no. Like and subscribe if you want more podcasts, because I'll be incentivized by the dopamine of seeing a number go up. What will my logo look like? I don't know. Not a picture of me. That's not something you're gonna see ever, unless you know me in real life. In which there's a case that you do know what I look like, but in that case, like, what are you doing? Actually, I know what you're doing. You're listening to a podcast of me. Only reason why you listen to this is because you know me. And I'm a cool person, right? I know what's up. I know what's down. I know what's down. It's the ground, actually. But do I know what's up? Technically, I'm not even talking about podcasting. This is what happens. I talk about random stuff, and then somehow I get on tangents. Unlike the tangents in the chemistry in the chemistry exam. Boy, was that kind of cringe. See, this doesn't work if you don't know who I am, but it works if you do. I only know people who know me, so it's like, Anyways, we had a chemistry exam and there were tangents on it. You know about it because you were there. And if you weren't, I don't know. I'm not talking to you. Maybe I am. I'm talking to everyone. I'm talking to the world. It was fine. Honestly, the test was pretty easy. But, like, there was no tangents on it. I didn't study tangents at all, so I don't even know what they are. I kind of know what they are. I just didn't do any of them. Some people did them. One person in particular did them. I know who it is. I don't think I should say people's names on here. That sounds like a bad idea, like a bad plan for the future. What if I don't talk? Does the voice meter go all the way down? What does it do? Not all the way down, because my house is making noises. And it picks it all up, and then it puts them all on. So I have to take all that out in the post editing. So hopefully that works. I don't know how that'll go. Anyways, topic. I was talking about, yeah, I know what's up. That's where I left myself off. But do I know what is up? What is up? That's a question. That's a good question, because up is technically not a real thing. If you think about it, up is just what we think it is. But is it what we think it is, or is it what it actually is? Because if you think about what up is, there is no up. Because what if we're on the other side of the world? Then we would be up. Except that's not true. We'd be down. Up is always pointing towards the up. That actually makes a lot of sense. Up is always pointing towards the up. But is down always pointing towards the down? Now, down can be pointing to the up. Our down is the same as someone on the opposite side of the world's up. Think about that next time you're digging a hole through the earth. You've never done that, and you never will, because it's not possible. Once you get deep enough, it's too hot, and you can't dig anymore. It's a true statement. That's why no one's dug through the earth, obviously. The core of the earth is really hot. Unlike me. No, I am also hot, like the core of the earth. Because that's who I am. I'm a good person. I'm a normal person too. But normal people don't make podcasts. Do they? Or do they not? I don't know how I should be facing towards my microphone. How am I already like a third of the way done? Or half of the way done? I'm getting there very slowly. We're at 9 minutes 30 seconds. A bit over that now. It's getting more and more every second. I can't keep up with it. Point is, I'm talking. It is late at night. But it's not too late that I'm tired. But okay. So do you want to know something I learned today? Monkeys are actually pretty big. I did not learn that today. That's a lie, but they are pretty big. But how big exactly? So you might think that monkeys are like around a meter tall. But monkeys are actually more like 30 inches squared. I don't know how big that is because I'm just making things up. Can you have inches? You can have inches squared. I've never used the imperial system for squareds or cubeds. I use centimeters because I'm a normal person. I guess you can have inches squared. That's a weird thing to have, a weird thing to think about. That sounds very disgusting. Why would I ever want inches squared? Ew. I mean, I can imagine. It's an easy thing to imagine. Like, obviously that can exist, but that just sounds such a stupid and ridiculous idea. Inches squared? No, don't do that. Don't have inches squared. That's a stupid thing. Anyways, let's move on to the real topic of today. Podcasts. I've seen no podcasts before. All I know is I like talking. But do I? No. Yes, I do. I like talking. Talking is fun. I do it anyway. I'm surprised that this has gone on for 11 minutes. Like, I'm genuinely surprised on the length this has taken. Because to me, it just feels a lot shorter. Like, I do this anyways. I just talk to myself, and then I just do nothing with it. I talk anyways. I'm here. All I have to do is just actually say it out loud instead of really quietly. Now I have to actually do it loud because, unlike me, the microphone has... Does the microphone have worse ears than me? Microphone is not ears. The microphone is not ears. I would expect the microphone to be really good at getting sound. Like, that's its whole purpose. I have a lot of purposes. Hearing is one of the few, but the microphone, that's their whole dealio. That's their whole shtick, is listening. I'm not using my computer mic, despite how crappy the audio may sound. Hopefully not crappy. I spent a lot of time setting up the microphone. I spent like 2 hours setting this up. Could have worked on my history. Nah. This is worth it. Because I said so. Hopefully this sounds good. Sometimes I suck at speaking, and that's my speaking fault and not the microphone's fault. I don't want that to be any roadblock, but it probably is. I'm not an expert at this stuff. And will I ever be? Maybe. Anyways, microphones, they're basically just giant ears that hear things. But are they good at their job? Could I out-hear a microphone? Probably. Yeah, that seems like an easy thing to do, actually. They just record things really close to them. If I go far away, it's not going to hear me. I go to the other side of the room and talk. They're not going to hear me. If I talk quietly even, they're not going to hear me. But if a person was here, they could hear me, hopefully, I think. I don't know. I don't know how people's ears are. Because they're like... I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know how that would be. I can't imagine. Which is a strange thing to think about. I can reduce my hearing. Like, I can make it worse. I can hear less, so it doesn't hurt. But I don't know to what point is normal people's ears at. Because I got the super hearing power up. But, like, my whole life. And it sucks. But I don't know what it would be for normal people. I don't know how that is. No, is this a flex? No. Is this self-deprecating? No. I'm just curious. I don't know how that would be. I am curious. How would that be? How is it? Can you hear someone whispering at the other side of the room? That just seems like an easy thing to me, but then again, I can apparently hear silence. When I was testing my microphone, I could hear the silence. I don't think that's an ear thing. I think that's just a microphone thing. But at the same time, that was so stupid. Like, it wasn't making any sound. The sound meter was at 0, and I could hear it coming out of the speaker. Like, come on. It's not making a sound. Why am I hearing a sound? That's just ridiculous. Or is it? Like, I don't think that should be allowed. If it's not making any sound, I don't want to hear any sound. Like, I heard a Discord notification. And it turns on the speaker for the beginning of the notification and turns it off at the end. But the thing is, it goes like, woo. I don't actually know how the notification goes. I just know it's quiet at the beginning and quiet at the end and kind of loud in the middle. Ooh. Ooh. But like at the beginning and end, I could hear like the background static kind of in the sound. I could hear the sound of it. I could hear when it starts directly and when it ends exactly. Like I could pinpoint those really easily. And what's wrong with my speakers? Like, why is it playing sounds that aren't being played? Like, I'm not supposed to be hearing that. Why has this been 15 minutes? Oh my goodness. Am I going to stop at 20? I'm probably going to stop at whenever I feel like it, because this is a first dealio. How long should this take? Not too long. I'm going to make a bunch first, and then I'll upload them roughly around the same time. This is the first episode. It's going to be called number 1 of my podcast, with whatever name I decide to give it. I have not given it a name yet, which is weird. I'll give it a name like soon, today maybe, tomorrow. Why is time so broken? It's been 16 minutes. It feels like it's been no time at all. Why? Because I don't know. I don't know how things work. But I'm going to learn how to do things. Because I like learning things. Learning things is fun. Unfortunately, school gets in the way of learning things. I want to learn things. Like right now, I'm practicing a whole lot of chess. But school gets in the way of that. I gotta go to school. Gotta go to school. So I can't just skip school to practice whatever I feel like. I can't skip school to make a podcast. That's ridiculous. And I'm not doing that, so I'm doing it at night when I actually have free time. But at the same time, isn't that kind of ridiculous? Like, I feel like school's taking away from my learning, which is definitely ironic, obviously, but it's also just kind of stupid. I don't like it. I think it should be better. I think there should be a better system in play to prevent this sort of thing. But no, that just means the school system needs to just be better in general. And the topic of school is something best saved for another day, because I could talk about that for a long time. I don't know how I have not ran out of steam of stuff to talk about right now. I've been talking for 17 minutes straight and a half. How? I don't know how this has worked, but it has. And I'm just going to keep talking, and I'm never going to stop, because I am the coolest person on the planet. Do not fact check that. You can use your plagiarism checker to check. That's a reference to something that you don't get, so it's not as funny. It's not as funny if you don't get the context. But I'm not going to explain the context, because that ruins the joke. Even though you don't get it anyways, so there is no joke to be ruined. If you know what I mean. Because if someone's like, can you explain the joke to me? And you're like, okay. And then you don't say okay. Someone's like, can you explain the joke to me? And they go, then it's not funny anymore. But then I'm just thinking, well, it's even less funny if you don't tell me what it is, because now I don't get the joke. I get none of it. You already thought it was funny. You already got it all. You already got all of it out of it. You already got the funny. You extracted the funny and you ate it up. I don't get the funny. Tell me the funny. Explain the joke to me, so at least I can understand it a little bit, even if I didn't get it. So what if it doesn't make it funny anymore? You already got the funny. I don't have any of it. If you don't explain it, it's not like, oh, that's funny to me now. No, it's not. It's not funny. Explain it. So that's just such a stupid rant. That's what all this podcast is going to be, I bet. It's just me ranting. I bet by the end of every episode, it's just going to be me talking about a totally different thing than the beginning. Ironically, this did come back to the topic of podcasts while we're nearing 20 minutes. I don't know how long this will go. It'll go a bit longer. So how are you doing today? I'm doing good. How about you? Oh, I'm also doing good. How about you? I'm doing good. See, now we've done 3 in a row. This is kind of stupid. Yes, this is pretty stupid. Let's talk about something else. Okay, good idea. Do you want to eat food? And they go, what kind of food do you have in mind? And then you say, well, I brought a sandwich. You could have half of it. And they say, Sure, sandwiches sound nice right now. Why? Sandwiches are actually kind of good. What if I read The Kite Runner? And then they go, get out of here. We're no longer friends. And they go, no. No, The Kite Runner is actually a novel written by your mom. No, it wasn't. It was not written by your mom. That's just a lie. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for lying. How dare I? I'm sorry for spreading misinformation on my very legitimate podcast. That's definitely being made by someone of legal age. And I am definitely profiting from this. Hint, I'm not profiting from this. But I am. I'm something. I am something. That's true. That's a true statement. I don't know what I am. I'm probably an alien. Yeah, I'm probably an alien. That's probably the most plausible solution to who am I? What am I is a better question. Am I bicycles? No, that's silly. Why would I be bicycles? That's just such a stupid idea. I'm kidding. That's a good idea. I wish I thought of something like that. But I'm too stupid to think of something like that. So instead, I made myself a giant eyeball. Actually, no, that's a pretty dope idea. Honestly, all the ideas were really good. I think there weren't that many, actually. I don't remember many. I just remember those two. No, I remember some. I just don't remember what they were exactly. I just remember they were good. There was no bad ones. No bad ones. Only bad one was the Inspector Gadget one. That one was kind of mid overall. But personally, he made it in like grade 5, so I don't blame him for it being kind of bad. It wasn't even bad. It was good. Like, come on. This is the best. So, probably wondering what I'm talking about. I'm talking about art class. You're being like, what do you mean art class? What are you? I don't even know who you are. Unless you do. Unless you know me. In which, if you know me, you're probably too busy to get to this point in the video. Not the video, the podcast. Because podcast is just someone talking. But usually it's to someone else. I'm talking to the microphone, if that counts as someone else. I can give my microphone little googly eyes and say, oh, I'm talking to someone. That's just being boring. Why has this gone on for 20 minutes? Can I go to like 30 minutes? 25? Oh no, I'm recording this in Audacity. The audacity! I know, right? Like, how dare they name Audacity after a word? That's just stupid. Why name something after... No, that makes perfect sense to name something after a word. That's what everything is. Windows. That's named after a window. Apple. Named after an apple. Okay, see, this is getting stupid because it's getting very repetitive. Audacity. Named after the word audacity. Minecraft. Named after the word Minecraft. Now you might be... I know what you're thinking now. There's no word called Minecraft. Look it up. Huh? It's a popular video game, idiot. What do you mean there's no such thing as Minecraft? It's not a word. Yes, it is. It's a popular video game. It's based on the word Minecraft. Like, get a life, loser. I'm kidding. I don't want you to think you're a loser. Because it's not true. You're a very smart person in your own way. I've been told that a lot. I'm special my own way. Whatever that way is, I don't know. I'll figure that out later. I'll figure out everything later. When in doubt, you'll figure it out later. Something I do like is Pokemon. Ever heard of them? Me neither. That's because they don't exist. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. But if you're 5 years old and you're watching this, and you're like listening to this podcast, like, what are you doing with your life? You're listening to me on a podcast. If you don't know who I am, like, what are you doing? I don't think you should be here. I don't know if I will share this with anyone. Will anyone see this? If you see this, comment down below. Comment down below. Yes, I saw this. I love you so much. You're the best person ever. I really want more content. And then you gotta like and subscribe to my podcast channel. And now I know what you're thinking. Why are you being so stupid? And to that I say, oh, Wait till you, wait till you. I'm always stupid. That's the punchline. I'm not stupid. I'm not I'm just. I'm a normal person. Yeah, I'm the most normal as they come, the normalest as they can be. Yet at the same time, I'm the least normal out of all of you. Take that as you will. I was going for a different kind of take that. I went take that as in haha, but it just turned into take that as you will, as in you can interpret it however you like. Have you ever heard of the song called Never Going to Give You Up? If you have, no you haven't. It's not even called that. It's called Never Gonna Give You Up with a Gunno. That's not how you spell it. I lied. For humor. It's Gunna. Gonna. As in you're gonna shoot someone. That wasn't, the joke didn't work. I messed it up, but it still kind of worked. No, I was gonna be like, because the word gonna has the word gun in it. Gunna, right? That's gonna? Or is it? See, that's funny because I've just been lying to you the whole time. Again, take that. There's no U in gonna. It's Gonna. You fucking idiot. Can I swear on here? I just did. I did it quietly. But I don't know if I'm allowed. Is that allowed? It's like 26 minutes in. It's past that. I don't know if I'm allowed. Am I allowed to swear on here? It should be fine. What are they gonna do? Say no? No swearing allowed. We're gonna take away your phone. Who? The computer? That'd be a very computery thing to do, actually. Take away your phone so you have to be on it instead. That's a mean thing to do. I don't like computers anymore. They make me feel sad. They don't. Computers are actually really cool. Computers are nice. The best part about them is that they work. The worst part about them is when they turn off and they don't work. Luckily, you can always try turning it off and on again. But that usually doesn't work if it's already off to begin with. Because usually the problem with that is turning it on again. So turning it off and on again probably won't fix it. So if anyone ever says, my computer won't turn on, you can always say, have you tried turning it off and on again? Because that would be like a funny joke. And that's exactly something that I would say to someone. My computer won't turn on. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Oh no, I didn't. Thank you for the... thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Here's a big chocolate chip. Just a big chocolate chip. Nothing else. Just like a literal big chocolate chip. Not a chocolate chip cookie. I was originally thinking like a drink, like a chocolate milkshake. But then I was like, chocolate chip cookie, right? Now here's a big chocolate chip. Just a chip. Chip flavored with chocolate. Wouldn't that be cool? Like a chocolate flavored chip? How would that go? I don't know how I can go on the same topic for like 30 minutes. That's not possible. I did not do that. I've gone on so many topics. It's going to be this every time. This topic is going to be the beginnings. New beginnings. Yeah. Is it going to be 30 minutes long? How long will this take to upload to YouTube? Oh my goodness. This is going to be ridiculous. Unless I upload it somewhere else. Because YouTube is my plan. I've been referring to it the whole time. Like comments, liking, and subscribing. But if it's not going to be on YouTube, it's going to be the most... It'll be hilarious. That'll be hilarious. If it's not on there. Maybe I can make how-to videos. But like podcast form. So I don't actually have to make the video. I can just talk about stuff. Now I have a platform to talk about things. That's really nice. I really like this. Only thing I dislike about this is that it's 11:21. Why is it so late? Oh my goodness. Last time I checked it was 11 o'clock. It's been 21 minutes. No, it hasn't. What? It's been like 30 minutes since we started. I'm going to go until 30, then I'll stop. We're wrapping it up. Thank you all for watching. Not watching. You're not watching anything. This is a black screen. No, it's just my logo thing. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Maybe one day I'll just do the whole B-movie script. That would be cool. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Anyways, that's about it. Thank you all for listening, and I hope you can tune in tomorrow? Question mark? Whenever I upload the next one. Might be in the same day. Might be today. No, I'm sleep. I'm sleeping today. I will upload this. Definitely not the day it's recorded. I'm recording this much in advance. I'm a stupid pants. I'll tell you when this is being recorded, and then you can watch this. You can look back and remember. Oh, that's when he recorded it. That's when he did it. I remember that time, but you don't really care anymore. It's going way too long. Not way too long. Just I wanted to end at 30. Yeah, thank you all for listening. Tune in the next time I upload. Next time I publish another episode 2. And see ya.